Welcome everyone to Stock Talk on August 14th. If you were not looking at the charts today, this is your index performance. Pretty much all down over 3% today. And this was following a move yesterday in which we had a nice rally. So this was yesterday on the intraday S&P 500 SPY chart. And this was today, so we pretty much took back all that move and more by the end of the day. And what we have to realize is that this was after the news of a yield curve inversion, which says that the probability or likelihood of a recession in the next 1 to 2 years just increased dramatically. So hence we had a sell-off. Now, let's go to the big picture because obviously the trend is down. We're going to look at our next areas of major support. Here is a red line that needs to be defended by the bulls, 278.59. Now, I'm referring to weekly closes over this line would be positive. So if we can close now, given the size of these moves, one should also expect the magnitude of this line should we come down in such a dramatic fashion as we are seeing right now. One can expect a move toward this trend line and still can be bullish. If you can imagine with a yield curve inversion, it doesn't mean, hey, a recession is imminently upon us right now. It just says that, hey, in the next 1 to 2 years, that is when we can take a look at potential moves, significant moves to the downside. But right now, in the short term, we can drop all the way down towards 272, SPY 272, this higher low trend line, and still be quite bullish, but we have to see the reactions off of those levels, which means we should not be staying there for very long, right? We need to, if we get to it, that's number one. If we get to either of these trend lines, I want to see bull reaction immediately off those reactions and coming out of it quickly, not staying there for a very long period of time. So right now, this is what we're seeing. The first leg down followed by a wave up. And you can take a look at this, right? The 2050 acted as resistance yesterday, and that was it. So this is pushing to the downside quickly. That's your next two areas of support. Now, these areas of support, they're far away. So I get it. There's a lot of volatility that happens in that 3 percentage points. But that is where I expect bulls to start mustering up some firepower and reversing this trend. And this actually trend looks similar to this. Now, remember, that was one speculation. I say, hey, it might be dangerous to speculate, but this is what we're seeing right now, and this pattern is playing out. This pattern, doesn't it look a little similar to October? Doesn't it look a little bit similar to May? What we want to avoid is something like this. This pattern is okay, but if this pattern becomes something like this in which we can't make a lower or a higher high, that would be very concerning, as you all know. So these are things that we're keeping an eye on, and you should keep an eye on as well, in case we start breaking these trends and this starts to look more of a bear market currently. Okay? All right. Go to TVIX. Here's volatility. So remember I talked about in the past few days, volatility. If the trend, and I were to start pretty much shifting our focus from bull mode to bear mode, and this is the major trend, we would have to break not the all-time high, but the high of this candle, which is 27.28. We're at 23.19. So far, our major peaks still show us a lower high. Until we can get over that line, that would be a major cause for concern. I said if we get over that line, the markets will probably be at 270 or lower. But that's actually the signal that we want to be looking at, okay? Because anything less would show that this is still on a downtrend and would still want to push lower. So, and if we get over that level, this is what I tell members, right? There's going to be plenty of opportunities, I think, for TVIX, okay? So, if we get up here and we cross that level, there's going to be plenty of opportunities up down here, because it's not going to go in a straight line down. We're going to have significant buying back to the upside and then an even larger wave to the downside, right? Those are the trends that will be manifesting. But currently, this is what we see right now. Now, short term, is this bullish? Yeah, certainly. It looks pretty bullish, but we haven't made a higher high just yet for TVIX. Crude oil. Crude oil today, I said that below all the moving averages is bearish. Yesterday, got close to the 150, got rejected off of it. Today we came off of it. This is still bearish, right? Until we can get over $58. As simple as that. Well, it's not very simple for crude, but that's pretty much where analysis will stem from. It needs to get over $58. What I really need to see is get us over $59. But until then, this is still quite bearish until I see something else. Natural gas still 20/50 daily, 20 period moving average daily, 50 period moving average daily, still getting rejected off that area. Gold futures, flipping through this chart really quickly. Our resistance of 1545 got hit in the past few days. You can see we're coming off of it a little bit, but this is still on an uptrend, right? So while we got rejected off of the resistance, this is still on an uptrend. So yeah, that's pretty much for this video. Let me just take a look at the past comments to see if we have anything to tackle. So we got moviegoer, thoughts on Amazon. Okay. All right, so moviegoer, thoughts on Amazon. Overall, Amazon, when I have these boxed areas, if we get near my boxed area, I usually think that it's a good value. So I like Amazon. We just need the current downtrend to stall out. Right now, the pressure is certainly to the downside. It hasn't stalled out yet. So again, this is an area in which I'd be looking for Amazon to bounce. So far, do we see it? We saw a little bit in the past few days, but it hasn't come directly into this range. So overall, I like Amazon. It's just market conditions need to be favorable for Amazon to move higher. One more to cash on UWT and SPXL. Will re-enter on Monday depending on how it moves pre-market. 7-day options. Nothing certain, but your trend lines are convincing. Swing trade the 1 hour. You don't anticipate next week to close bullish, but to fill the candle and test the 280 level. I like your observation. 280 is now not too far away. So we're getting close. Good stuff. Long on SD, it's pretty crazy with all the volatility. I would consider this a win for the bulls. Long on SD, yeah, it was a win in these days, but gave it up all today. All right, we'll take a look at CRWD. This is CrowdStrike Holdings. So a couple things. This recently IPO'd all the way down around $63. This is on an uptrend, but like I said, I'd like to have markets to have favorable outcomes, right? This is on an uptrend, and we don't have that many data points to work with. We're above the 20-period moving average. But if market conditions were favorable as it were yesterday, you can see, then it has the ability to push higher. So I like the chart. Just got to be a little bit careful. This is aggressive to the upside, but things can flip rather quickly if any sort of news come out. This is good, but again, waiting for the markets to stabilize before considering these long positions here. And that's pretty much it for today. Thanks everyone for watching this video. Please stay comfortable, stay safe in these market conditions. Yes, it's rocky. Down 3% one day, up 3% another day. It gets this way, but we have to take things a day at a time, and this is what I'm currently seeing. Thanks everyone. Have a great day.